Well, good evening, YouTubers and Shazaloo. I need to, you know, back you up on the whole Ouija board and stuff like that. I've never personally used a Ouija board. I already knew what the risks were when um, the Ouija board was ever brought up. Um, and it goes with one of my sayings: never evoke anything that you can never send back, or don't do it at all. I like to view it like safe sex. Um, just don't do it. Um, let's see what else. And yeah, you're right. No one knows the future, but except for God. God, He knows what's going to happen. He knows when He's going to do it. We have no ideas. Neither do any kind of spirit guides or anything like that. Um, if anyone encounters a spirit, I would say 99.9% of the time they are unclean. They are eager to get up into you, and they're very eager to actually help with the destruction of your life. Um, it's just that it's not a safe thing to have any kind of supernatural force really around you. You got to really be very careful about that. Um, yeah, spirits do go around masquerading themselves as something else. It's just that simple. You could test the spirits with your faith, and one of the absolute ones would be Christianity through Jesus Christ. I do love Jesus. I just don't really like his fan club. That's one thing that I don't really like is a lot of people who are holier than thou and lie to themselves as well. I mean, I'm not a perfect person. I never will be. No one will ever be a perfect person, even though they like to front. But back on the subject of evil spirits masquerading themselves as anything that you'd want to see. They can reach into your mind. They can tell what you're thinking. They really feed on your hopes and dreams for something good to come out of it. However, they don't really have your best interest because there's something that you have that they want to use. And they don't care how they get it. They'll just get it. And they'll use you. And there are just some people that have gone absolutely mad because of it. I've known many pagans that actually called upon spirits who claimed to be one thing and were not. Um, they claimed that they were able to condemn the spirit and send it back where it came from. I'm not certain if that is entirely true or not. It's a real tricky business in summoning. You don't want to do it. There is only one person in the Bible that actually was able to summon spirits and control them, and that was King Solomon. Um, he had a magic ring that actually controlled these spirits, and he was able to see them for what they really were. Let's see what else. And there is a really neat thing about how they like to go about doing things. What happens is you summon a spirit, okay, and somehow that spirit gets to you, gets its claws into you, and it dwells within you and gives you torment and bondage. Then you have it exorcised out. in any way, shape, or form, it's out of you. You cleaned house, okay? You have a clean house now, spiritually speaking. Now, what happens if you sin again? You open the door wider, and this thing brings friends. It's harder to get them out. And then you successfully get them out. You clean house again. And if you continue, those spirits will bring are their friends. And believe me, you will go mad. I've seen it happen. It's a very dangerous business. You don't evoke anything you can't send back. And you do not leave yourself open to spiritual attacks like this. It's a very wise concept to leave the spirit world alone. There's a reason why there's a world of the living, and there's a reason why there's a spirit world. And there's a good reason why it should remain separate. Like Shazaloo said, they have none of your best interests at heart. Matter of fact, they don't even have a heart. They don't even have a conscience. They don't even have a soul. They don't feel. All they're interested in what they can get out of you. And believe me, does anyone work for free? I certainly don't go to work every day to work for free. And I'm pretty sure that anyone here that sees this video will agree with me. They don't go anywhere to work for free. So, do you think these spirits would want to work for free? Certainly not. It's a give and take. Just like a positive and negative, a good and evil. It's always a give and take with these things. And believe me, they'd like to do more taking than giving. Like I said, I've never experienced any spirits. I've talked to many people about this subject, about people who actually summoned spirits and did not end up well. Matter of fact, several people did convert to Christianity because of it, and that's fine. More power to them. And yeah, spirits can't predict the future. They'll just lie to you. They'll lead you down that little primrose path that they want to lead you down in order to get you to where they want you. And then they'll get you. There's a little passage in the Bible, in Isaiah 55. I don't know it for heart, but it does state that we have no comprehension on what God thinks. God, he only knows what he knows. And he hasn't really shared a lot of that with us, because it is a test of our faith with him only. So, he wants us to stay on the straight and narrow, and that's fine. I have my beliefs with God. I talk to God every now and then, and believe me, my beliefs are quite radical compared to a lot of contemporary Christians. However, we need to be careful in what we do in this life, especially in dabbling with spiritual matters and also dabbling with the spiritual world. So, with that in mind, good night, God bless, blessed be.